It's a signature hero. He is very scary.
It's a signature hero.
It is.
So this time you're gonna go with what? You're gonna go with IG again?
If I look at just the drafts, I would want to go with IG.
Because of this OP Tinker?
Because because I just looking at the draft, I can't think about who's playing what. Because no matter how OP Tinkers, how OP Stinkers it is, I think that that we're gonna see a very scary puck. In Flame, previous game, he got me.
So you think LFY then?
I think LFY is gonna win this. Yes.
Okay. I will say I agree with you completely. I feel like LFY is a better draft. Despite OP's OP Tinker.
My assisted camera doesn't work. It's very sad. Apologies in advance for my camera.
Shiver, you're making me real sad right now.
Yeah, I'm making me real sad right now. That's more important there. All right.
Oh, apparently Lil is playing Earthspirit right now, by the way. And
oh, is he?
And they're losing. Dude, I'm telling you.
He's the one that.
So he's the one that called it.
I mean, this was a couple of months ago, so he might have changed his mind. But let's see if LFI can make something happen. We got Monet on the lifestealer, Afu playing Earthspirit or Shaker rather. We got DDC playing the Ancient Apparition, and they're all rotating mid under the cover of a smoke. And they're gonna find. Well, perhaps gonna find Q on the Shadow Shaman for IG, and Burning will play Bloodseeker this game, but they both are just fine. OP will play Tinker. We got a bit of a skirmish on the bot lane, Maboka on the Earth Spirit for IG as well as XXS on his Legion Commander once more. We got Inflame playing the Puck, and Super on the Sniper. And that is everybody in this game. Game 2 of the series. We'll see how this works out. We have a bit of a lane swap going on. They didn't want to deal with the dual lane. What's this? Ooh, Fisher. Can't pass there. This camera is gonna be this game. Apologies in advance.
It's okay, Shiver. Don't ever apologize for anything you do.
Sometimes I feel like I should.
Nah, just flame other people.
That's not the way of Dota. Don't promote that, please.
Guys, if anything doesn't go your way,
it's not your fault.
It's not your fault. There's always somebody else.
Oh, Inflame! Oh, jeez, he jumps just in time, but that was very scary. Q is doing a lot of work here on this bottom lane. In the meantime, in the middle lane, we have.
This is so cool what they're doing.
But who's doing?
He's blood raging Q, so that his Ether Shock's dealing like 160 damage.
I mean, this is
like, look at him. Boom.
Lines. Yep.
Blood raged. And he's pinging it. He's like, this sucks.
I don't want to be in this lane anymore. Can we swap?
Like, come on, dude. Please don't do this.
Is also having a tricky lane though. He's against Ancient Apparition and a Life Stealer. How should this lane go? Oh, wait a second. Hold that thought, please. Baboka's getting peeped, but he can still roll over the Fisher, so he's okay. Okay. Talk to me about this top lane.
I mean, as long as XSS has or press the attack, he can't really die, right?
Yeah.
Like they.
But they
can cold feed him, and then he just press the attacks and runs away. Then they can't kill him. Plus, he has a TP queued up too. Like, this is really smart.
So should they swap lanes? Because they also can't slow us down. Well, they can't stop him from getting experience, but they can stop him from getting last hits, I guess.
He's not getting a lot of farm, so it's kind of a trade. And it's a pretty decent trade at that. Like, you don't mind this kind of trade.
Puck is not getting a lot of last hits either.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shackled from the shadows by Q, and he's
dead.
He's dead. One more hit.
Oh,
Q
no, he's
is
fine.
actually not speedy enough. Puck just got boots in the side shot. He's okay.
He's just gonna run away. He's fine.
Ooh, roly boly in. I'm with the double damage rune. I'm gonna catch more than though.
That's only a level 1 Bloodthirst. And again, this Earth Spirit hasn't had the best impact. He's level 2 now though. So he's got the Boulder Smash.
But the lane is completely pushed in, so if he wants to do something on top lane, he's gonna have to dive a tower, and that's never great.
Yeah, he's just gonna pull the weight. This is really smart. Baboka Earth Spirit knows what to do. It felt like when he was playing Oracle, he didn't really know where to go exactly, but this game around he feels a lot more comfortable as Tinker.
Yeah, you can't escape that one. There's a Fisher, Afu, making sure that he Has to
Oh,
run the
OP.
long way around. OP getting some rockets out, but the first blood still goes the way of Super.
Yep. And Sniper, notoriously decent against Tinker just because you can spam that shrapnel. And you've got that range to work with, so whenever the Tinker tries to run up on you, you walk back an extra step. You've got more range to work with as Earth Spirit completely gonna whiff, make Super go around, but
He doesn't have boots though.
yeah, this is...
He might actually be dead because Earth Spirit does have boots. He can get in front.
Q's coming too!
Yeah, he's got the shackle available. Might as well. Let's hit him a couple of times. Why not?
He's got Boulder again.
Oh, teleport in. It's not going to be in time to save his sniper. But Boca still... Oh, actually. Get him! Fisher took it first.
Hit him!
Well, 1 for 1. It's still a trade in favor of IG. Getting the mid there, getting Super.
But at the same time, OP just had like a free lane, and it took Sniper forever to die, so he missed like a wave and a half. Not your favorite thing to ever happen if you're
If you're LFY. Yeah, or your sniper more specifically.
Sniper fans unite.
There's no such thing.
What? I love Sniper.
Alright.
Even that phase where Valve shipped him and he was just the worst. He was so good. You were a bad mid player if you couldn't solo kill somebody at level 2.
As a sniper?
Yeah, you sucked.
I sucked.
Like if I didn't die mid against a level 2 sniper, I knew that guy was bad.
Well, luckily we are no longer in that era.
Unluckily.
Alright, we are seeing a smoke. DDC and Aku coming around the corner to see if they can do anything about this farming Bloodseeker. Burning is having a fun time. He's on top of the net worthless. He's gonna get fished though. And
Oh,
the
he's
cold
gonna
feet
get
are
cold
gonna
feeted.
block as well. Gets the silence off, but oh, actually still clips the puck. It doesn't matter though. Still ends up dying. Shadow Shaman gets blocked as
another
well.
cold feet.
Another cold feet and another kill. This time Afu gets it. Nice rotation. This is just 2 supports rotating, and in the meantime, Super is able to still farm. The courier might be in some trouble. No, Baboka is not seeing it.
A chilly shoe indeed. Everyone got frozen there.
See if he can get Super. Get the roly-boly on, and Sniper should drop. The chase is on. He gets.
He's okay.
Actually, gets a shrapnel. He's not okay.
He's okay!
How is he okay?
He's got raindrops! Raindrops!
Oh, this is okay. He's not okay, but Tinker died first. Afu came from the side, came to the river, fished him, and he died first.
Cheever, I
That
told
raindrop.
you!
I was not, like, that raindrop saved his life.
That's a level 1 rocket. That does nothing.
Oi.
That's 125 damage that gets entirely negated by that raindrop.
He still dies in the end, though.
It literally blocked all the damage.
Actually,
He took like no damage from...
I thought it was a really good rotation from Baboka as well. He
It was
came
sick.
from the back. I mean,
It's just, they didn't burst him immediately, and at that point, OP was in a really weird position, and as he gets cold feeted up,
Oh, this Fisher and cold feet combination is doing so much work. Takes down OP.
he just TP'd there, by the way, too.
Oi, that means he has to walk back. He's already very poor. He doesn't have enough mana to get a teleport scroll, so he needs some help from his teammate.
Yeah, and the wave is pushing in, which means you're gonna miss like an entire creep wave experience.
Yeah, he can lay down some pressure on the tower as well. Good news for Q though, he can get some experience. He's level 3.
Oh, at bottom.
Monet. Gotta run. He infests in a creep.
Flee.
The creep is running.
Creep friend,
Creep is dying.
get out of there.
Oh, teammate shows up. Fisher is too scary to continue to chase. I mean, the cold feet procs, the moment you go too far, you're dying. So Monet is okay. LFY is doing really well this game. And it's not because of the puck that I thought was going to be the main player.
Yeah,
Um,
it's because of this
it's like-
support combo.
it's because of the support combo. It 100% is.
I've not seen an Ancient Apparition this useful ever. Because most of the time when you play AA, the way that you think about that hero is other people set up for you, and you just fire ulti from halfway across the map and treat.
Yep.
If you remember, it was like Cloud9 when AUI, like the original iteration, and he would just sit in trees at DAC, fire off ultis at max distance. That's what I think of when I think of Ancient Apparition, not this like roaming beast that DDC has become.
Super aggressive.
I'm putting all my eggs in the DDC basket forever.
I mean, he's the star player of the series so far completely. Like,
Yeah. He walks around the
Not
map,
about that.
cold feeds people. They're just like, why isn't AA here? He's like, I'm not sure, but you're dead.
And especially with the Fisher as well. I mean, these two can just do so much together. And on top of that, they have a team that, like, Sniper, Lifestealer, Puck, they don't really need that much assistance.
Yeah. I mean, the more that I watch this LFY team,
In Flame, can he get out? I don't think so. He's silenced. He's trying. No, not gonna happen.
He got kind of far.
He got kind of greedy. Yeah.
He went places. But the more, I mean, I was wondering why this LFY team is having so much success.
Yeah.
I haven't had the best chance to watch them in this tournament especially. But now that I'm actually getting to cast a series of theirs, I'm getting a better sense of what's going on, and I'm starting to notice like this support duo is just, they're beast.
It's just God tier.
Yeah. They accomplish so much on the map.
I mean, to be fair, they do get the right hero, so it helps that, you know, that kind of helps that they have this great synergy with the two heroes. But this was their plan all along. This was their first 2 picks. This is like, we're getting ourselves an Earthshaker and an Ancient Apparition, and we're gonna own the lanes.
Yeah, and so far it has really worked out. Like this AA, normally a hero that gets really far behind in levels, perfectly fine. Earthshaker's got Tranquils, and meanwhile this Earth Spirit, you haven't really felt his impact too much.
No. So what does IG need to do? What do they need to change to stop this? Because they're going again. This time it's an Earthshaker and a Sniper going for a smoke gank. They're going for the Earth Spirit. Stun is there. He can still roll away though, but he's taking so much damage. He's already dead. Never mind that. He's already dead.
He's been peeped.
Definitely peeped.
He's been peeped. They found him.
Oh,
they saw him.
and the stack. Super will take that. I think Legion Commander, if he knows this is happening, he can actually still do something against it, but it might be too late.
Oh, he wants to nuke this so bad.
It's too late.
Oh,
The majority's already... Right, Shadow Shaman takes it.
There's like a few left. Take the crumbs.
Oh, Bowler in. Goes for the Jewel on the Sniper as well. Is there any backup? They're trying to take down this Legion Commander, but Sniper is the one to die first. No Jewel damage though, and this Dream Coil is doing some work as Monet comes in. One already down. That's an Earth Spirit dead. Teleport out from Bloodseeker successful. Shadow Shaman does drop, but the rest of IG is backing up. They got the Sniper, sure, but their 2 supports fall, and their map control on the top lane goes away a bit as well, because LFY can just continue taking the lane while the rest of IG has to flee.
I'd really like Afu to TP bottom right now and take that farm, just because he knows that not a lot of heroes can get down there, as so many of them rotated up to top.
Q's teleporting bottom to take the farm.
Yeah.
I mean, this Shadow Shaman just made it to level 6, so he finally got his ward. Maybe we'll see some towers dropping. Towers haven't dropped at all yet, by the way. We're at 10 minutes into the game, and it's just been kills, nothing more.
This mid tower's really low though, just as a result of how this game's gone. And they're going to rotate all the heroes here. You've got 2 core heroes here, your 1 and your 2 position. This is a heavy commitment for this tower. But it's well worth it. We've talked about at length, ad nauseum, how often you need to be able to take this mid tower.
Yep.
It's going to allow you to take a lot of control in this game. It's more important than the other side towers. Meanwhile, this mid tower on the side of LFY, perfectly full. They're going to be quite happy about that. And now you can rotate the Lifestealer down there. And he's been useful. He's going to get ruptured here, but doesn't quite have the TP yet.
Now, but you see how careful Burning is. He does not want to stand there and do any damage. It's just too scary. So
Yeah.
it's just, that's a ruptured... Well, obviously he has a fairly short cooldown.
He just
but it's
ruptured
wasted.
for rupture's sake.
Yeah. I mean, he stops Monet from farming a bit.
Yep. And up at top.
Dreamcoil coming out. And the Ice Blast as well at success. I don't think there's a way out of that one.
No, what a combo.
Woo!
I mean, DDC.
DDC once
The
again?
roaming AA
Yeah.
just knows where to be every time.
Alright, so back to what IG needs to do here, because there's... At this point in the game, LFY is walking away with this. So how is IG going to stop the bleeding?
I think they're still okay. Like, at the end of the day, you've still got a Tinker that can just march people back. And there's not a whole lot that you can do about that. Like, the gold lead isn't insane. Even though the score is 10-4 and there's some tower disadvantage, it's not completely undealable. I know I said that in the last game, even though things look dire, but, you know, you gotta lie to your audience. Tell them there's a chance, even though there's not. But in this one, there actually is a chance.
Previous game, there also was a chance. But they just didn't play as well
After
as they
after they went up that hill and gave that Medusa the dual kill, I was like...
Okay, that was kind of the nail in the coffin. Not that much chance after that. 3 heroes of LFY on this top lane. There's an Earth Spirit and a Bloodseeker. And they're kind of unsure if they can farm this. They see the Sniper, but they do not see Inflame or the DC. They will see it soon though, because the Ice Blast is going to come from an angle that they are knowing that it's going to be... Oh, Fisher doesn't hit, but I think that should still be a kill. Yeah. But yeah, they know then that the AA is top. They're gonna rupture the sniper. Sniper is in a lot of trouble. The Jewel's going out as well. Jewel damage going the way of the Legion Commander finally.
I'm surprised he just stayed up there.
Yeah. Puck still gets a kill on Maboka. DDC, he's thinking about going back in. He gets the cold feet proc on the Tinker. Afu is gonna finish him off.
Oh man.
Killing spree. Look, that combination is sick. And we're gonna see it a lot more, I think. Well, you do have to have cores that can be left alone, so it depends. I guess it depends on the plan of the game.
Lifestealer just, during this entire time, is just farmed. He's level 11 now.
He's the highest net worth on the map by quite a bit.
Because he's just had this time. His team has been creating a lot of space. They've been taking towers together. He sacrificed a little bit of his game to open up his snipers. Because especially when you take this mid tower, you no longer have to go there because the wave just keeps pushing in by itself. So it's made it so that he hasn't had a lot to do in mid. He's going to shrapnel, lay down the ulti as well. Shouldn't be enough, not nearly to kill this Legion. But that was mildly annoying.
Ooh, Shackles coming up maybe? Yeah, it's still there in time. The damage from the wards is there as well. Did turn his armor on his time, but he gets infested in it. He's fine.
He's got rupture though on this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, but are they going for that?
Run, creep.
I mean, he's fine.
There's something just so funny about, you know, a creep just booking it. It's the running motion, I'd say.
He does look like he's actually fleeing the scene.
Yeah, he's like, get out of here.
Gotta go fast.
Oh, and then he just got killed.
And then he just, yeah. Anyway, it was just a vessel after all. And when they just continues farming,
that's
why not?
brutal. He was just a vessel. Is that all you saw him as?
Shoot. Well, I think that's how Monet saw him as.
Monet did
I'm sure
not
he's
care.
grateful, but doesn't change that he's just a vessel.
You gotta remember all the creeps you kill to further your own cause.
It's just giving you trauma if you
Creep
just
lives
think
matter.
about that. Let's not go there. Overall, though, LFY is doing really well. And that rotation, there were 3 people there to try and kill that Lifestealer that was by himself, and they could not do that.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't have the Bloodseeker there, even if you get the Rupture off, at some point if he invests or rages, it's all for naught.
You gotta wait for the Rupture for after. And they were so scared as well. They could have just sat there with the creep wave, but they didn't know where the rest of LFY was. So they didn't want to try and chase that. On a fear of going too far.
So for XSS right now, he's got his Blink Dagger. You want to start trying to rack up some dual damage, but at the same time, you don't want a repeat of what happened earlier, where you won one duel, but then your entire team died, including your Tinker.
So does that mean that we're going to see him be a lot more passive, you think, compared to previous game, or just focus on farming maybe a bit more?
I don't know. This is a really weird game because pretty much everyone from IG is farming right now, and you don't typically see something like this. Like normally somebody's active on the map, right? Like somebody's making something happen. Or you're creating space by trying to do something around the map, create some pressure, get some wards down, but like as I see it right now, everybody's farming. You can't really have that. Somebody's got to make something happen.
Wards from Shadow Shaman already used to try to take down Afu, but in comes In Flame, gets a silence off. He's taking a lot of damage himself, though. He might be okay, but Q gets a kill still in the end.
And he kills himself.
All that to save an Earthshaker. I mean, Earthshaker lives. Yay.
You looked over, you're like, that's good? And I was like, yeah, kinda.
No, that's not a good trade if you're a puck, especially like if you used your Dream Coil as well, but
they use wards though. Wards have such a long cooldown. Like Puck's coil's up by the time he's up. And 30 short seconds.
They forced the rotation as well. I mean, there were 4 people there taking him down. That means that the rest of the team is not there. It's just farming.
An LFY 3k gold lead. This team is looking pretty insane right now. They're gonna be what, 6-8-0 if they win this?
If LFY wins this, they're gonna be 8-0. And they are at the moment they're the only team left in the competition, I believe, that is undefeated. Oh, Puck tries to get himself out.
They got duel.
And the silence is there, but the duel should still happen. And what?
Oh, he's so
yeah, he's visible. There was the Bloodseeker helping out.
I thought it'd be so cool if for some reason he just like outran and he got the phase shift off. What if he blinks?
Yeah, this Earthshaker and Lifestealer were looking for success, but they can't find it. Long gone. Alright, that's the second time that Inflame dies. This Inflame Puck is actually not having as much impact as I thought it would.
It was so hard for him to have the... the same impact though that he had as
yeah,
that Bat
okay.
Rider.
That is
That's what you're
true.
comparing
yeah,
it to.
I mean that is true. I am comparing him to the Bat Rider, so
There's not a lot of
tough act to
offlaners
follow.
that have that kind of yeah. He had like a 9-minute Atos.
Actually, the fact is, I'm just missing the Atos.
Oh, here we go. OP gonna get gone on by the Earthshaker.
Yep, and they get him to that.
Oh, and they find Burning.
Oh, this is a very, very costly gank for IG. They used the Rupture, but they didn't even need to chase. They need to
Oh,
on
up
top
top.
lane. Jewel coming out. That's an ancient deprivation. Oh, this is the first time the GDC dies. This is the first time the GDC dies. I was actually thinking he was gonna get away.
This is the first time he dies in 2 games.
In 2 games, yes.
That's
crazy.
takes like
And he still stopped the dual damage from going through.
that's like 50 minutes of combined game time. He's died once as a 5-position support.
And he creates space for LFY to push mid.
Yeah, exactly.
Super.
It's not even like a pointless death.
No.
They ganked him because they couldn't really do anything about this. They can't really push as up at top, in flame, gonna go for it. They do get that kill and they also lose Q as Afu.
And look at this farm on the wards.
Yeah. That's why Sniper.
Yeah.
And Afu once again, he's pinging. He wants to go for it. They don't have the Echo Slam, but they definitely don't need it to kill OP, who doesn't have the boots to travel quite yet.
He's not gonna be in time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just a little bit late. I think it's time for the Lifesteal to pop out and push out this bottom wave.
Yeah, get the farm. There's 2 more towers on the map left taken down.
Yeah.
Do you feel like LFY need to apply start applying pressure, more pressure on the side of the map of IG, or are they okay like this? Like in terms of late game potential, are they good?
I mean, in terms of late game potential, they have a Sniper and a Lifestealer. So
they're
they're perfectly fine. Plus, their cores are really farmed, and I'd say that they have the more effective supports.
Yeah.
Like, they have Earthshaker and AA, who I think scale very well as supports, because your AA Ice Blast just gets better as the game goes on, right? And Echo Slam is never bad.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Earth Spirit, I mean, we've kind of talked about how this hero feels really weak lately.
Yeah.
Like, this is a 1-4-5 Earthshaker who, I mean, aside from, like, the beginning of the game, hasn't had too much impact. Like, there's never been a moment where I've heard, like, Baboka, you know.
Yeah. I mean, that's... He's supposed to be really good on the hero, and I'm sure he still is. It's just the hero is not as good anymore as Earthshaker is dead. Very dead. Rupture again. It doesn't matter. it's a bit of a sad rupture as well. If you know the Lifestealer is just hitting you,
And you're just like, well,
he's not gonna
I
run
guess. Burning does it out of spite every time.
Yeah.
I started to realize that now. He's not doing it because he thinks it's good. He's doing it because why not?
because he can.
Because he can, Cheever. It's like, I need to do this for my own sake.
So what does the Bloodseeker need? What does Burning need to be the Bloodseeker that his team needs him to be?
I mean, he's going for Halberd to counter this Sniper and this Lifestealer, but you're not too happy about that as, once again, Q goes down.
Yeah. He does make sure that the attention gets taken away from the Tinker, so Tinker gets out.
Yeah. And up at top, they did shove in the wave, but like none of these things are leading to anything for IG. They're just kind of getting picked off around the map non-stop. I think they're maybe hoping.
Objectives either.
Yeah, maybe if they just farm, they're hoping that something opens up around the map.
Look at the scan! This is perfect! LFY, they know like there's people missing on the map and there's nobody farming top. Something's up. They scan. 2 people were sitting behind waiting for someone, but
I like that
they
look
know.
that you just like took your hands like you're like, that is insane.
I just, that's something like the awareness of LFY. It's just, they know.
Yeah, it's honestly insane. I'm not even giving them enough credit for the type of game that they're having in the last 2. Like in the IG game, in the last IG game, I was hoping that they had, IG was going to pull off something, but LFY is just playing too clean right now.
Yeah, they're playing really well.
Yeah, Afu just going to look for it again. If Burning dies to this a 3rd time in a row in the same way,
Ooh.
like that would be so frustrating. He's going to get gone on.
Oh, and the ult coming as well. Why not? DDC takes the kill. It's another time when Bloodseeker's down. They do get the jewel off. This is Monet in a lot of trouble. The wards get dropped as well. They really want this guy dead.
Oh, he misses the echo.
Oh, that's
He messed up.
He messed up. He didn't blink before echoing. There's no jewel damage though.
Oh, poor
At least-
DDC.
At least the jewel damage is fine. That's gonna be DDC okay. He's okay. He's fine.
DDC watch.
Yeah, he's okay. They lost their life stealer regardless. That was pretty painful. But XSS doesn't get extra jewel damage, so he's still sitting on the 20. He Could have been great if that Echo Slam actually hit IG. Rare mistake.
They still lost 2 though, and they dropped the wards.
Yes.
So even if we check the fight recap, it's like it's relatively even. It doesn't change too hard. I mean, in terms of XP, it goes in favor of LFY, and the gold is pretty negligible at this point. Like, you're still losing Burning every opportunity that he's alive. He just dies.
He's just having a really rough game, and are they focusing him specifically more than anybody else? No, they're
not even focusing him.
They're just finding him.
Yeah, because he's farming. They don't really know what to do. We talked about it like.
And they find him again. They silence him up. They drink him up. He does have the blade mill active, but it doesn't.
They don't care. There's that Spite Rupture.
He does Infesto. Actually, Jewel up on Puck, and Puck. Jewel damage is had back. Says finally he gets some. Monet in a lot of trouble there. The shackle coming out as well. He does not have anything available. Well, the stick charges he can't get out because he was shackled. OP taking a lot of damage and going down to this Earthshaker. There's 4 dead. Q running away, but I don't think it's gonna matter at all. Afu's here and he gets another kill with 1 hit. It's Super that actually takes it. Double kill for him. Team wipe. That's worth it, even if you do give up 2 cores for that.
Oh, that was well worth it.
But they don't take anything in return for it this time. Like, then there's not going to be a tower pushed in or anything like
Just
that.
Just a massive gold lead.
Just a massive gold lead. We can see that in the gold change as well.
Okay, here's the problem right now.
Right.
IG, how many times have you seen them just farming? Nobody's really creating space on the map. The Legion, remember I said, once he gets his Blink Dagger, he should be doing something. Yep. Everyone's just farming though. Yeah. When you just farm and nobody shoves in the lanes, everyone's just farming, what ends up happening is they just make invasions once in a while. You know, they just raid you.
Yeah.
You've got to play reactively. You try to go there, maybe you get a kill, but by that time you've already lost 2 heroes. If the rest of LFI came over, which they did this time around, you know, they just wipe your team. You're just sitting ducks at this point. That's what it feels like. You're sitting ducks, and Burning's probably thinking to himself, I'm really close to this Sange, so let me just farm this jungle. But this is how he's died like 4 consecutive times. He's been trying to farm this Sange, and finally he gets him more out of the passive gold than anything, but waiting for this Talisman of Evasion, I don't know if it changes the landscape of the game for him to have a halberd. Like, his team needs to fight for him to do anything, because his Tinker's not getting enough farm on the map to really justify not really participating either. Like, he's the one shoving in the lanes, but the rest of his team isn't doing anything out of it. When the lanes are pushed in like this, you want to try to create plays, but instead they're just getting picked off as, once again, in their own jungle.
Yeah, I mean, the blade mills won't matter at all at this point.
Yeah, and that's got to be frustrating for IG, because it's hard to stop the bleeding when you're playing like this, because you don't. It's easy for me to say as a commentator. It's really easy, and that's why, you know, you can look good this way. But as a player, you're not really certain because you don't have the same vision, you don't have the same knowledge of things.
But it seems like from the way that LFY is playing, they seem to not need overall vision over the entire map because they just know.
Yeah. I mean, this one ward up there got them like 2 different kills on the Bloodseeker before it finally gets rewarded. And for IG, it's just so many things are going wrong that it's hard to pinpoint for them, I think, right now.
Afu looking for OP. Marching machine's coming out. He knows he's there, but can't get it anymore. Too late. Alright, yeah, I like this board as well. Oh,
yeah.
Poor
they
IG.
Give up on that gank.
So, something that I learned mostly actually from the documentary of after the Kiev Major. Like, no matter how grim the game is, you're always looking for ways that you win, right?
Yeah.
You look for that one fight that you know you can win. What's the one fight that IG know they can? Is it this one? I mean, they're smoked up. They're going for this. They're having the jewel up on the Earthshaker. The Silas coming out there as well, but there's not going to be any help for XSS. Teleporting out, that's the thing that Burning tries to do. He does manage to get out, but Boca, he does not manage to get out, or perhaps he does. He kicks 2 people, is still very slow. He doesn't have a boulder available, and he dies. 1 for 1 in the end, but that's jewel damage.
That's jewel damage. You trade your very, very low net worth Earthshaker for a somewhat decent net worth Earthshaker, so I meant Earth Spirit in the first place. But still, it doesn't really move the needle that far, right?
Alright, so this one game that IG is looking for, there's one where they have their power peak. Like, when do they have their power peak?
When Tinker has Ags, maybe?
Alright. We have not seen a lot of action from the Tinker apart from him pushing the wave by burning.
Burning.
Or maybe he gets the rupture off.
He's
Maybe this
missing
time.
a lot of hits. There we go.
Yes, finally Tinker gets a kill on the puck as well. Now there's Lifestealer all
Monet
left
is
by his
really far
lonesome.
from his team.
Yeah, and he's all alone, and he's very, very, very...
He's
Oh, he's fine! That was never worth. He actually got the kill on XXS. How does that even happen? The jewel didn't last long enough. Gotta keep my hands on the keyboard.
and Baboka died.
Oh, jeez. How does that even happen? I really thought he was dead. His team was there very fast.
Yeah, and Afu has that gem, looking
Yep.
for D wards.
That armlet toggle at the end. Phew.
That's a beast lifestealer. He's got Deso, SNY, armlet.
Mm-hmm.
Do not mess with him. Even with these blade mills, it doesn't change too much. They're gonna get BKBs now, which is incredibly needed, especially against this Earthshaker puck combination that keeps killing them.
And the pressure is on LFY is making a move on those tier 2 towers. I mean, they know they can. Although they've not really done that that much before, actually going for towers before ganks. But since they were there anyway and the lane was in the right position, why not?
Yeah, you take what's given to you
Yep.
in this kind of position. And Puck actually takes the 20% magic resist instead of taking the 50 damage, which is really curious. But I guess he's not like a real core Puck. Like he's not a 1 or he's not a 2 position, so he doesn't have treads or anything like that. He's quite poor, no veil. Going for the 50 damage at this point probably feels pretty underwhelming.
He is just a utility hero there.
Yeah. Look at this. They're just walking across the map because they know they have a gem, so they don't really need to smoke up for this.
No.
And burning.
Oh, again.
That jungle's not your friend.
Oh.
Where's the rupture? Dude, you got it off again.
Yeah, I did get it off. It's just, you know, the optimistic teleport when there's an Earthshaker fish is just to follow that up.
He's just like, mate, I hope.
Oh, you gotta believe.
My favorite part about these ganks is the
rupture.
The rupture that happens. The spite rupture.
I mean, it almost worked that previous time.
Yeah, yeah.
I say almost because Monet was still fine in the end. And yeah. Kick coming out. There's backdoor protection is on again, so they don't have the creep wave right now.
Yeah, I like that Monet just, you know, he doesn't get afraid. He starts hitting that tower. Doesn't care. Understands that he's got rage up. He's got an Aegis. His team's gonna back him up. They're making this aggressive play, try to break the base. You can open up the map against this Tinker. Tinker doesn't do well when he gets Raxed.
Oh, Shadow Shaman a little bit in the wrong position there. He's gonna pay for it too. Tower drops. Tower falls and they back off though.
Just take shrines.
Just back up. Yeah.
They can even go for Roshan pretty soon again. Like once this Aegis fades, you go for Roshan number 2 and then you can end the game. Because this Aegis is about to fade.
Despite having a gem on LFY, there's still some nice wards up for IG, by the way. I just want to point that out. They got the Roche pit covered, which probably will be countered again soon, once LFY goes for Roche. But they got some deep wards too inside the Radiant jungle. That's pretty nice to have. The only
not
problem
super
is that
useful, though.
LFY is in the dire jungle the
Yeah,
whole time.
LFY just... They've made their nightly raid of burning in the jungle.
Yeah.
Burning has died 6 times. 0 kills.
It's having such a rough game.
He just keeps going back to that jungle because he doesn't feel like he has any space on the map to farm. Which is why this Tinker pick, especially second pick, it's a little bit curious. Like, I understand that it's a signature hero, but then you have to pick the rest of your heroes around it.
And you don't feel like they did?
No.
Let's see. This Baboka, is he gonna be able to make it out of this one? Apu teleported in. He does not like this Earth Spirit. And make sure that he dies. A lot of Yule Scepters.
There's a lot of Yule Scepters.
There was one from the Earthshaker, one from the Earth Spirit himself. Nice kill, they get the ward as well, why not? And
Now their vision game is rough.
Their vision game is very rough. The lanes are pushed out though. The Tinker is doing some work, it's just he's not able to be there in the fights. They just need to delay this game so long. When OP gets his BKB, which is apparently his next item, and then when he gets his Hex. Then they have a little bit more chance.
I mean, That's a lot of stuff.
I mean, it takes a while, but they're gonna try to delay the game. Ooh.
But he's not even going for a Hex, he's going for a BKB versus. They're gonna run into the jungle once again.
Yeah, the Rupture goes off though. It's not enough. Super can just stand there and hit. Now Burning is the one in trouble. He got the Blade Mill on. Monet's on the chase. Is he gonna be able to get the open wounds off? Yes, he is. Yule's up in the air on the Shadow Shaman from the Earthshaker in the meantime as well. Monet's just looking for the target, and yep, he gets that as well. Shadow Shaman lives, gets his wards off as well. So that means that perhaps their racks are going to live a little bit longer.
Yeah. It's an 18k lead though. They're farming wards. That probably helps a lot too.
Yeah.
In building their lead. That's what Sniper's great at. You just
get their shake.
pew pew. They're gonna get racks out of this though.
Maybe buyback from the Bloodseeker? It's not going to do anything.
I mean, even if you buy back, you don't have Rupture up.
I mean, that's very fast as well. But
Oh, here we go.
Actually, they're going to go in for this one.
That
OP is
hurt.
in the fight, and that should be dead people on the side of LFY. They get the Life Stealer and the
This is
Sniper.
brutal.
DDC, last man standing, Yule's up in the air from the Earth Spirit. There's no way he's getting out of that. And that was the fight. Can we have I wish we had a recap of that. Not a recap, a replay.
That was amazing.
That was Baboka setting that up. Tinker at the
I was
right
like,
place.
Baboka, are you insane? You just went in, you lost Rex, you're gonna all die. And then what?
Yep.
He kicks them all. It was a laser too. The Tinker laser just hit everybody.
Yeah.
They all just immediately had like a third health. Bloodseeker just starts chasing everyone. He's gonna pop into this Roche pit, find quickly that there's nothing up.
The potential of IG's fight, it's definitely there, and maybe that one fight was maybe the beginning of them making a bit of a comeback. They are very far behind still on the gold, but there's already a bit of a drop happening after that one fight. And you already see that they're taking more control of the map instantly. And they got the gem off of that as well.
Yeah.
Who has
20k to 14k. Not that bad.
Not bad at all. With the gem on the Earth Spirit, I mean, that's map control gone for LFY. Map is
kind of like you sort of lost map control, but at the same time, because you got that set of Rex, they always have to shove that mid wave in.
Yeah.
So in a way it is, in a way it's not, as Q gets out.
Oh, at least there's no Jewel. There was DDC. He might be able to help. Oh, he still lives. He will still die, but the Legion Commander died first. Nice kick away, but there was also a puck on the gem.
Oh, and
back
Burning
in the
gonna
hands.
get gone on too.
Yeah, open wounds are there. He has still got the Heaven's Halberd, but that is there. There needs to be a non-rage Lifestealer for that to happen, and Lifestealer is he's a beast. He's just a beast.
Yeah. Doesn't care whatsoever. He's got a full assault as well.
So
you know Burning doesn't have buyback. He probably just hit this Roshan. Can go for the next high ground after that.
Oh, lucky LFY. They get Roche too. So that fight just now, it wasn't really a fight that IG wanted to take. It wasn't really, you know, they went for the gank, they found an ancient operation, thought they could get a quick pick off, and then one by one they end up going down because why?
I mean, if you really think about it, the way that LFI plays, DDC is never very far from his team. Like, he's not the type of support player that just walks up and dies to do nothing, right?
Yeah.
Like when, for example, when he dies at top, it was because the rest of his team's pushing a tier 2 mid. So he assumes that IG is going to respond to the tower, not him. So if you kill an ancient apparition in that situation, you're fine, because you know you secured a tier 2 tower for yourself early on in the game. As Lifestealer sits on top of this, TP's going to get cancelled. They're going to grab the shrine.
Yep. There's an invisible Legion Commander. He has to be careful. There's a gem on Puck. Puck is on that bottom lane. But he's not going to be...
Puck's got Lincolns too.
Ooh. Yeah, this is getting pretty scary again for IG. One fight and it turns right back around. I really thought they got a bit of a grip and then they let it slip.
I mean, they took a fight thinking they had to. What their mistake was they got a little bit passive. They didn't create any space on the map. They just got picked off one by one in the jungle. So like, we have to get aggressive here.
Yeah.
Let's make something happen. But it might just be the farm differential, which I'm pretty sure it is. Like, they're just a little bit too underfarmed to make stuff happen around the map.
Yeah, I would think you just gotta wait until you have the same fight happening again that you just had. As in, you have to wait until LFY tries to push high ground. But perhaps knowing that Roshan wouldn't be too far off, they felt the pressure. And the Aegis is in the hands of Monet right now, so this Lifestealer is feeling no care. And he's just, I mean, what are you gonna do about this?
Yeah, this is...
He's got Echo Shells and Lincolns on him too.
a lot of negative armor on this tower. It's gonna go down.
Silence is still there, doesn't really matter too much, I think.
They're just gonna lay down the shrapnel. Getting double Rex is not your favorite play here, is they're gonna pop fort.
Yeah. He says so, he wants to jump in, he just... Lifestealer is not the right one to go in on, he has that Aegis. They can't take him down twice before his team is there to take care of the rest. That's a Hex.
He's gonna jump in.
Silence. Doesn't hit on the Lifestealer this time, he gets a Rage off as well, and actually finds himself burning. He gets out with the help of Success. Fisher coming out, it's up too. Afu is already back out.
They're
And
just trying to secure this Rex right now.
Yep, and that's already a Shadow Shaman down. He cannot buy back.
Oh,
Nice
they disarm each other.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Earth Spirit drops. Racks are down. The two supports not able to delay this push, and that's LFY just rotating top because there's not going to be anybody to stop them. The GG gets called. That's it. 2-0. LFY continue to be undefeated in the group stages of the International 2017, and they are making it look easy.
This game did not look rough for them at all. They just kept, they pushed in the waves, they kept going to that jungle, the dire side jungle. The same place, I think I saw Burning die the same place like 6 times.
Yeah, he just got picked up over and over again.
Yeah, they never let him get online. We talked about how the Rupture could be annoying, but you just never felt the impact of it this entire game.
No.
They had one clean fight in mid where Baboko got that kickoff, he gets a roll, but aside from that, it was pretty much all LFY.
I mean, just wow, they look so strong. I am really curious to see how they're going to continue doing. Now, they have another game today.
Versus who?
Versus Cloud9.
That's
Cloud9's not doing too great at the moment.
Cloud9 is, so you're putting the best against the group against the team that's doing the worst.
Yes.
Cloud9 are playing right now though, so they could have won.
That's true. We don't know how that's gone. And this would be the ultimate chance for Cloud9 to just say, you know,
redemption.
We're still here. Redemption, yeah. We're not to be messed with.
Win one game. Okay. That'll do it for us.
Yep.
It was a blast, Sheever. I'm not sure if I cast any more with you.
Tomorrow?
Maybe.
I think so.
I can only hope.
The middle game of the day once more. I think we're having a Liquid game.
That's our time spot.
Yeah.
Oh, we get a Liquid game too. I can just keep telling Liquid jokes.
Liquid analysis.
Liquid analysis.
But stay tuned. There's going to be more Dota coming up on this channel very, very shortly. So stick around.